Coming up on Mustang News, how a mobile sauna business is creating a unique social scene in SLO.
Plus, how a local high school won back-to-back league titles for the first time in 25 years.
And a Spartan race came to San Luis Obispo County. We'll cover this story and more coming up.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello, and welcome to Mustang News TV. I'm Rocco Brichler.
And I'm Randi Ingoglia. Now let's get into today's top stories. There's a new kind of drink catching people's attention at the Paso Farmers Market, and it's not your average soda. Two Cal Poly students are bringing a Utah trend right here to the Central Coast. Reporter Peyton Brusick has more.
A new kind of drink is turning heads at the Paso Robles Farmers Market. It's called Dirty Soda, and two Cal Poly students are bringing a Utah trend straight to the Central Coast.
Soda, so it's just basically we have 5 different sodas, and you get to choose from those, and then you add flavored syrups into the beverage, and then as well as creamers. We have 3 different creamers to choose from, and that basically just makes like the carbonation go down and just makes it a smoother drink to drink. But it's super fun, it's super creative, and we hope that everyone loves it when they try it.
Customers are sharing excitement as for some, it's their first time trying dirty soda.
I was walking home from class and they were like at one of the sorority houses and I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to try some. And then they hooked me up and it was great. And now I'm obsessed. And now I'm here at Paso to get it again. Because it's so good and there's nowhere else that like has it. I've had it in Utah and it's so good. So I was so excited when they started it.
This past weekend, they had their first ever pop-up with over 200 people and looking to continue to grow with more pop-ups in the future and hopefully a storefront.
We have talked about taking this back home and continuing it in the Central Valley. So I definitely do see this being something long-term.
From a car ride idea to a fast-growing favorite, Dirty Soda is quickly gaining fans in SLO. For Mustang News, I'm Peyton Brusick.
Looks pretty refreshing. The owners say they're planning more pop-ups around SLO, and you can check them out on Instagram at drinking.dirty.
And in Morro Bay, a local business is making saunas accessible to everyone. I had the chance to check out why the experience offers more than just wellness for participants. Steam is rising out of Morro Bay, and it's not coming from the iconic smokestacks. It's coming from a mobile sauna that's bringing people together through sweat, steam, and the sea.
I've been a big fan of saunas and spa culture for a bunch of years, so it was exciting to hear that this was going to be here, and obviously just look around you, right? Like, it's a pretty magnificent place.
8 months ago, California Sauna Club started as a space for surfers and open water swimmers. Now, it's blossomed into a unique social environment for students and locals.
I think in this digital era that we're all living in, a lot of what we are looking for now is a lot of these kind of like third spaces that are IRL to kind of like meet like-minded people and come together with people.
I've only had positive experiences. I feel like it's a pretty wide demographic and there's just a humanizing aspect to getting to sweat together.
The kind of conversations that you get to have when you're doing something kind of like intimate and silly and weird in like this safe way is super bonding and fun and like eruption of laughter. I see people exchange numbers every single day.
Co-owner Ari Leva and her partner operate this family-run business. By mixing sauna with cold ocean plunges, they hope to get more people into what can be an intimidating activity.
Having the sauna to balance it out makes it a lot more approachable and makes it a much more consistent practice for me.
And it's more than just a social activity.
You just feel good. Like for me, there's so many benefits to sauna, like cardiovascular, immune health, skin health, but for me, it's like you're just in a better mood. Like it's kind of indescribable. You'll see.
Reporting for Mustang News TV, I'm Rocco Brichler.
California Sauna Club rotates between 2 locations in Morro Bay and at SLO Ranch. Visit their website to book a membership or a single appointment. And Mustangs, make sure to add their student discount.
Coming up after the break, we'll dive into Cal Poly sports and how a local team clinched a league title for the second year in a row. Stay tuned.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Welcome back to Mustang News TV. Now let's take a look at what's happening in Cal Poly sports with Aneka Edwards.
Thanks, Randy. A big week across Cal Poly athletics with multiple teams making noise on the national stage. Women's soccer prepares for the NCAA tournament. Men's basketball continues its longest road trip in years, and beach volleyball closes its fall season with a strong finish. Cal Poly's women's soccer will take on #1 seed Stanford in the first round of the NCAA tournament on Friday. Following a Big West Championship victory on Sunday, the Mustangs beat blue-green rival UC Santa Barbara with a score of 1-0, sending them off to the tournament. Under the leadership of new head coach Bernardo Silva, the Mustangs earned their first Big West Championship in 21 years. Back in 2004 was the last time Cal Poly made the NCAA appearance, where the Mustangs fell in their first round match to the Stanford Cardinal. Cal Poly men's basketball is gearing up for the toughest stretch of its season, a 6-game road trip, the longest in 4 years. The Mustangs are off to a 2-1 start after a thrilling 73-71 win at Seattle, where junior guard Jake Davis drained a buzzer-beating 3 just right there to seal it. Now Cal Poly looks to carry that momentum into a pair of road matchups at Colorado State tonight and at Montana on Friday. Cal Poly's Ella Connor and Aaron Inskeep turned heads in Huntsville, Alabama, taking 3rd place at the AVCA Collegiate Beach Volleyball Championships. The Mustang duo finished strong on Sunday, sweeping TCU's Natalie Glenn and Angelina Kimmel to bring home the bronze. Their path to the podium started Friday with wins over UT Martin and Florida International. They then continued Saturday with straight-set victories over Florida State and Arizona State. In the semifinals, Connor and Inskeep came up just short against Long Beach State, falling in a dramatic 3rd set with a final score of 15-13. And that's all for your Cal Poly Sports Update. Back to you, Randy.
It's been a season to remember for the San Luis Obispo Tigers, and it ended with a piece of history. For the first time in a quarter century, they're league champs in back-to-back years. Joslen Jimenez has more.
This season, San Luis Obispo High School clinched the Sunset League title, securing back-to-back championships for the first time in 25 years.
I say just sticking to our game plan. You know, our coaches do it every week, but we got a lot of athleticism on our team. I think it was just getting that athleticism to execute game to game, which really led us to win another league championship.
Colvin Garrison, the Tigers' primary offensive leader, broke the school's single-game rushing record earlier this year with 364 yards against Mission Oak. He later missed 3 league games due to a strained hamstring injury, which set the Tigers back.
I think he's a big part of our team, and with a great player like that, it's hard to bounce back.
Last season's team featured 32 seniors who helped lead the undefeated Tigers to the league title. With most of that roster graduated, this year's championship depended on a younger core stepping into larger roles and carrying forward the foundation that group established.
You know, it's a younger group. You know, we graduated a lot of guys from last year, as you know, and so it was a matter of a lot of growth throughout the entire year. But we told ourselves, just like any team that wants to be doing a good job towards the end of the season, make a playoff run, you just have to be playing your cleanest, best football at this time of the year.
SLO now heads into the second round of the CIF Central Section Division II playoffs after beating Lemoore in the first round.
I think we're gonna all stick together with the same goal to win, go as far as we can, and yeah.
For Mustang News, I'm Joslen Jimenez.
In his 12th season, head coach Pat Johnson looks to keep the momentum going into playoffs this week as the Tigers travel on the road to face Redwood in the second round of playoffs.
After the break, we'll take you to San Luis Obispo's Walk to End Alzheimer's. Stay tuned.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training on a Friday afternoon, and the very next day he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. You don't know how much somebody can hide what's going on inside their head. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Downtown was bustling on Saturday morning as locals of all ages gathered to march through the streets. Reporter Makena Locsin has more on why this wasn't your average walk in the park.
I'm standing in Mission Plaza where a sea of purple surrounds me. The event, the largest collective Alzheimer's fundraiser in the country.
Why do you think it's so important to have community events?
Awareness and support.
Each year, San Luis Obispo hosts the Walk to End Alzheimer's, a charity event that brings out all members of the community. With booths, vendors, a walk, and memorial, attendees hope to shed light on a disease affecting nearly 6 million Americans.
We're the local San Luis Obispo Armored Combat Team, and almost half of our team is affected by Alzheimer's, and so we're out here to mostly just support a good cause, but also to get some good training in.
This is just a super important cause, and it's so nice to see the Sigma Kappa community and the community rally around such an important issue.
However, the walk isn't as much about the people who are there as it is about the people who aren't.
What are those people doing with all these funny flowers and everything? And then you're supporting the people with the funny flowers because they're going through a lot of difficulty with helping a loved one or even themselves.
With each step, participants are marching towards a brighter future, raising both funds and awareness to end Alzheimer's. For Mustang News, I'm Makena Locsin.
If you're looking for support or just want to get involved with the organization, visit the Alzheimer's Association page on the SLO County website.
This past weekend, a Spartan Trifecta event took place in Santa Margarita Ranch. Reporter Charlie Nichols brings us more.
This past weekend, the Spartan Trifecta came to San Luis Obispo County, bringing hundreds of competitors to Santa Margarita Ranch. People who raced had the option of choosing from different distances and difficulties.
This weekend is our Spartan Trifecta Nationals. It's our final one of the season. Today, I pretty much did two. I had a 10K and a 5K. This one was about, I want to say 4 to 5 miles.
Spartan races are marathons with all kinds of different built-in obstacles. From spear throwing to rope climbing and everything in between, racers had to do everything they could to prepare.
I went through a lot of medical issues last year and I was not able to work out or anything, and I finally got over my medical issues. I started training and my family said we should do a Spartan race.
People from all sorts of different backgrounds raced in the Trifecta. I was able to talk with Camden Cox, who came all the way from Utah to race.
I'm glad that I was able to do this Trifecta. It took me a while. This was super hard for me and I was able to get all 3, and I forgot my medal from my last one, and I'm super grateful that I'm able to be here.
The next Spartan event in California is on April 4th in San Jose. For Mustang News TV, this is Charlie Nichols.
Roughly 8,000 people competed in the event, with another 1,000 attending as spectators. For more information about future runs, visit slocal.com/Spartan Race. Thank you for watching Mustang News TV. I'm Randi Ingoglia.
And I'm Rocco Brichler. Have a great rest of your day.